This could be a big mistake.
Mistake?
If they could do that to a wall, imagine what they could do to our heads.
For sure. And our heads are nowhere near that big.
Speak for yourself.
Turtles. Yeah, and we didn't make that hole, you wacko.
Oh, no.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Turtle Talk with Dan and Dave. And you know what's really nice? My eyes aren't messed up anymore, so I don't need these. But I'll still put them aside because they're pretty rare. But with me, as always, is my faithful host. Alongside me is Dan. Who the hell? Hey, buddy. How's it going?
How are you,
Mark
Dave?
Bitters of the Bitter Marks podcast. What's up, dude?
Your eyes doing okay? You're doing all right? Mitch
Yeah, back
Falcon
and
already
forth,
killing
dude.
it. Good, man. Glad to hear it. I am joined, as I was, I believe, 2 months ago. I've got my sidekick here until bedtime. I've got Connor.
Hey, Connor.
Hi.
There you go. We got all sorts of stuff we want to talk about today. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, doing great. But we have a very special guest with us tonight.
Yeah.
Last month, we had handsome Husfar. This time around, we have Billy Walter Peck. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
Hey everyone,
Major
I'm-
Walter.
I'm Billy Peck. That's right. So
Welcome.
if you want, yes, thank you for having me. That's the most important thing here. Huge Turtle fan, and obviously we'll get into all that talk. But first, it's promo time, I'm told. So yeah, as they just said, not too long ago, one of my hosts from the Major World Order podcast, Husvar, was on. And so, yeah, if you're at all inclined to know what the Major World Order podcast is, the way that the three of us know each other and met was through a community that professional wrestlers, Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, otherwise known as Zack Ryder or Kurt Hawkins, they have a podcast called the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. And they have a very strong community, and the Major World Order, as you can see on the screen, the links to check it out and follow. We showcase the fandom of that community. Now, that might sound a little strange to some people, but it does have a very strong and positive fan base and a lot of great people within it, such as Dave and Dan, that they were both on the show as well. And
This show would not exist without that show.
That's very true.
All of us. I mean, Billy being on this show, all of us coming together is strictly a formation from the Major Wrestling
yes,
Figure Podcast.
I thought you were saying the Major World Order. I'm like, what?
Oh gosh,
I'm like,
no.
we got you guys talking.
A little bit, too.
Oh sure, when we all met in person, I'd agree with that.
5'7".
Yeah.
In Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I was
you were there. We met, and
All
I
four
saw
of
you
us were
playing
there.
with your X-Men figures, and it was a great time. But yeah, so Major World Order podcast is a lot of fun.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Sunil.
Neil,
Hey,
who let you in?
I'm on the Sunil bandwagon. He's
Oh,
you know,
dude, as much crap as people give him, he's a good dude.
I mean, I guess I can't say what I wanted to say because there are children present, but he's actually
Hey, dude.
he's actually a pretty cool guy.
Absolutely. I'd love to get him on here. If he's a Turtle fan, absolutely. Hit us
I'm
up,
not
buddy.
sure if he is or not, but
Sunil, slide into them DMs, dude.
but yeah,
I want to make a joke so bad there, but I can't.
if you
Ten
follow
minutes.
the Major Wrestling Figure podcast community at all, if you're into wrestling or wrestling figures and you want to check out a little bit of what I do, Major World Order podcast is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all yeah. All at Major World Order, ProWrestlingTees.com/Major World Order. And if you want to follow me personally, I'm also a musician. I do all kinds of stuff within the entertainment industry, a ring announcer for wrestling and so many things. Just follow me. The best thing to do would be Twitter is at...
He is a referee.
Easy.
Your dad is a referee. Maybe one day we'll share a ring together.
Oh,
You
that
never
would be
know.
great.
That would be fun.
Ooh.
Maybe,
Yeah.
here we go. Here's the trifecta. You're reffing, I'm ring announcing, and it's all part of an event that Dave has illustrated the poster.
I would love that. Absolutely. That would be
So
fun.
anyway, follow me.
Get in touch.
Follow me at Zombilly Horror.
Yes. Hold
Awesome.
on.
And definitely, guys, check out that MWO podcast. Dave has been a guest on their podcast. I have been a guest on their podcast.
Twice, right?
Twice. For me, I don't think.
Have you been on twice?
No, I
maybe-
think just once.
Just once.
I don't know. I lose track.
It's
I do so many podcasts. I have no idea.
Very rare
Yeah.
that we've had someone on more than once at this point.
Right.
Yeah, maybe Joe.
We had
did it
Shoes
twice. I
on
think that's
twice,
about it.
and Mike LaPuma kind of was.
Okay.
I mean, he was on a second episode, but he was
Either way.
Yeah, regardless.
They're usually about
that's
hour
all
and a
the
half.
weeds.
Hour and a half, 2 hour podcast where you just get to know some good dudes, and they're all collectors of all sorts of random stuff. The Major World Order podcast is definitely worth checking out.
Thank you.
Available wherever you find your podcast.
Yeah.
Because it's good like that. But we are all major marks, but we are also shellheads to boot. So, without further ado, my dog just walked in through the door that I thought I had closed, and that legit scared the bejesus out of me. Hey.
Was it Dog Pound?
No.
Oh, that's good.
It's Floyd.
Oh,
Okay, and he's running away.
Oh,
Anyway,
we'll have to see his dog.
but I figured we did kind of dive into what also brings us together is being fans of these fellas right here. Them dang turtles.
Man, look at that.
So
That thing that was huge.
dude,
What,
yeah.
what are you drinking?
Lemonade.
Lemonade.
Water.
Oh, okay, lemon water. There you go.
Yeah. Woo. But so they've heard our story, Billy. But what's yours? What was your first experience with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
you know, just like a lot of people in our age bracket, I think it's difficult to pinpoint exactly what it was down, if it was the cartoon or the first movie. But I will say that it definitely wasn't like my first time seeing it, but I'll say like my first early experience was being in elementary school and like the teacher being out and not having like a curriculum for the day. So it was, let's just pull in the old TV on the cart and watch a movie. And it happened to be Ninja Turtles. And
the first one?
Yes.
That's amazing.
So,
And-
how old was you? Say third grade? Or did I just make that up?
I think it was. It might have
know.
been second grade.
Is this just like 2021 Mark Bitters looking back on that movie and being like, "This
Well,
is an adult
so
movie"? Like,
so
this is
here's
not
the
for
funny
kids.
thing is I'm gonna let one little word slip. It's a one that Raphael uses quite a bit.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay. I'll clean it up just a little bit, but like, at the very beginning, yes, he loses his sigh and you just hear dang, but
Right.
for adults it's not, but all the kids, second graders, hee, and the teacher just went, "Oh, just knock it off. It's not like you haven't heard that word before."
Wow, cool substitute teacher. That's great.
Yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
that's one of my, like I said, not my very first, but one of my early experiences of watching Ninja Turtles. And then the fun thing about maybe like getting the figures.
You haven't heard my story.
It's
Can
okay.
you tell me
Let's listen to Billy.
tell
Let's.
them my story?
Oh yeah, when you go to bed, I'll tell them all about you.
No, like why?
Go ahead, Bill.
No, it's if he wants to tell a story. But no. So with the action figures, you know, it's kind of a thing that maybe we do as adults, and you know, parents, like, you have too many of so much things anyway. Like,
Sure.
you're not going to start another collection. So like my grandpa, I remember him from one Christmas giving me the turtle layer, which I still have.
Nice.
Oh, you have yours from when you were a kid?
Yes, I do. There's a couple missing pieces, like the light poles and stuff like that, but most of it is there.
Nice.
But he got me that, and because he didn't know better, he got me the Toxic Crusaders instead of the Ninja Turtles, which I was cool with anyway. But those are some of my very early Ninja Turtles memories. I need them.
I will talk after this.
Oh,
You might be able to have them.
We'll take care of you.
I like Connor's negotiation skills.
Yeah, there you go.
Making them connections.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
I
That's awesome, man. So then, after Grandpa got the layer for you, were your parents more on board with you, like picking up more figures?
I ended up having. I mean, not just like tons and tons, but I had a pretty good amount of turtles after a while.
I had like
yeah.
a ton of them.
Oh
Like
yeah.
100, 40.
Any questions you want to know about Billy's collection?
No.
Maybe about what would be? How about your favorite good guy?
What, outside of the turtles?
No, you can include turtles.
Well, so Michelangelo is my ultimate favorite character. You know, talk about like we all have rules as far as collecting. Like, it's, you know, money and real estate is a real thing. So like, I mostly only collect Michelangelo. Like, so I don't really worry about trying to get the other four unless it's just like a specialty set. Like it's the WWE mashups or the Ghostbusters or, you know, the upcoming Universal Monsters or whatever. Outside of that, I only basically get Michelangelo.
Right on. Oh, dude, I'm on board with you, Billy, because Mikey's my dude.
Me too.
Yeah, right on. I even got I wasn't huge into the Rise, but I needed a representation, so I got the big fig of him and kind of customized him a little bit because they're still good toys.
Yeah.
Also, Game Apologist in the chat, a good buddy of mine from the comics realm, said, I still can't believe they made action figures in a cartoon for Toxic Avenger when considering the source material of the 90s were wild. Also,
We have a bunch of
Emilio brings up a very good point. Toxic Crusaders fit. Same company made them. So
Yep. Completely agree with both statements.
Oh, Mike Mahone, right on. All dim.
Fellow Mikey collector, huh?
Yeah.
His name was Mike. He doesn't count. That he's a default.
Wait a second, Mitch Falcon. That's a weird way to pronounce Leonardo. But okay, so favorite good dude is Michelangelo. But okay, there have been many Mikeys, as you brought up. You know, kind of specializing a collection there. Yeah. But here, this is the thing. I'm not going to put you on the spot for one.
No,
Yeah.
That's a dick move.
No, you too.
Top 3 Mikeys in your collection.
Oh, figures.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I gotta go with Invisible Man.
I don't know how big your collection is. Do you have a ton?
A decent amount. I mean, I'd have to count, but I probably have, I don't know, 100 or so like Turtles figures in general. But and then Mikey, maybe, I don't know, 50 or so. I don't know. I'd have to count.
Okay, that's a lot.
So you have more than 3.
Yeah.
So what are the top 3? You said the first one was the Invisible Man.
Invisible Man.
That's a good one.
It's just a great figure.
That
And
I said that head sculpt on him, which is funny because it's transparent plastic, but I remember being so enamored with it as a kid.
Right, and then you can put, you know, the wraps on his head. You know, I always thought that was really cool. Even though like I'm more of a Frankenstein guy, like that figure
They
They
was
made Franken Mikey.
No, I know,
Yeah.
and I have it. I have every Universal Monster Ninja Turtle figure all in box still.
Whoa,
Wow.
that's awesome.
Whoa.
And from the 2012 series.
That's dope.
That's
So,
awesome, man.
Anyway, yeah, Invisible Man Mikey would be one of them. Then let's see.
Sure.
I would say maybe the
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, there he is. I would say the NECA movie turtle.
Great. Yeah, you can't.
Dude.
It's incredible.
Absolutely.
Gosh, I love the wrestling one. Where he's the wrestler with the cape and the belt,
Mikey, or body slamming Mike,
something like that.
We have him right behind us.
He's talking about the original turtle.
I love that he comes
Mikey
with the belt.
That he's dressed as the wrestler.
That was so
Comes with
cool.
a belt. They're not talking about the WWE mix-up.
And then honorable mentions would be a couple more new ones, just because it's so cool to see them. Was the coming out of their shells?
Yeah, buddy.
Favorite
and the Peter Venkman.
Yeah, man.
Oh, there you go.
The Mikey with hair weirded me out.
It's weird.
I swapped out the head actually with a Pez dispenser.
Okay.
And,
you told me that, right?
And it worked. Yeah, it's. I can grab him later.
And it's weird because his skin tone on the top of above the bandana and the bottom are two completely different colors of green.
Well, and it's a turtle with hair. It's like
that's the whole thing, right? That's the problem.
Yeah.
All right, guys. It is 8:15. I do have to get Connor to bed.
Yeah.
Before he was gonna go, he wanted to talk about these. Dave, you're a big customizer.
Oh yeah. Oh.
He has mashed up. He found out that there's a PlayStation game called Muppet Monsters or Muppet Monster Adventure, right?
Yeah.
For the PlayStation.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we had to I had to make these images. Like I had to grab a Frankenstein combine it with a Kermit. So we're still working on building that, but he wanted me to point that out to you, and I thought you're a customizer, you can relate. So there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome, those are super cool.
Anything you want to say before you go? All right, he's going
to say Turtle Power, Bossa Nova.
There you go.
Chevy Nova. Maybe not.
Man, I remember as a little kid, I was just like, I want a Chevy Nova.
I want a Chevy Nova.
Also, I did finally grab him out of the package.
Look at that.
Looks so great.
It's so good. I actually had him ollieing over my display, and I had him hanging. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. I should try and take him down. I went like that, and the line just went snap. I was like, oh, all right. Well, he's
heavy, right? But did you customize that at all?
I tweaked it a little bit on some of the articulation. Mainly just to give him a little deeper bends. So in the ball joint that's up here, I hollowed out around it so he could get a little deeper.
Gotcha.
Just popped him apart so that he can do stuff like
I need to hire you to come over and pose my shit.
Hey man, I'm dude, I brought a couple. I brought a couple goodies that not weekly purchases, but over the last month I've picked up a couple things.
There you go. It's been a while since we talked.
We'll talk about those guys in a little bit. But it's all about Billy right now. So Billy, we went through your 3 Mikeys. We went through your top 1 good dude. Let's go for the bad. Who is your favorite turtle villain, man?
Rat King.
What has happened?
Ooh, nice. But may I ask which version? Just because there's been so many dope iterations.
Well, obviously, that first version is from the cartoon, I should say. The original cartoon is definitely up there. But then I love him a lot in the 2012 series. He's voiced by Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah.
And from Reanimator and some horror films and stuff. And it's just a great iteration of it. He's kind of dressed like the Undertaker.
Yeah, definitely.
And I really like what they're doing with him in the current IDW series. And
I dig the way that IDW has tied in so much different aspects of the lore. Also, Emilio, there are color forms of both the Fred Wolf era, 2003 and 2012 era of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My son actually has the vintage ones from one of my friends, and then I just recently found a 2012 set. But I don't think there was Shrinky Dicks, as a heads up. But I gotta ask, do you have the 2012 figure of the Rat King? Okay. I was gonna say, if you need one, I don't know how, but like legit, anytime I get a 2012 lot, there's like 3
He's
of
in
them
there.
in there.
Yeah, right.
No, I have him for sure.
I'm like, how are there this many?
I have him, and I have the original Playmate. I would like to eventually, get the NECA version. Just never came across one, and
dude, that one came and went so fast, and then when they re-released it again, like that,
right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
that's all right.
Old Hob.
Love Old Hob.
Very solid character.
Yep.
All right, we've done the good, we've done the bad. Now all that's left is, I was going to try and do a Facts of Life.
I was there too, yeah.
Okay, you mentioned that you have the sewer layer playset. What? So like out of playsets and vehicles, what was that one that just kind of just hit that spot that was just spot on for you? Like what would your favorite be out of those?
I mean, yeah, I guess it'd have to be the sewer layer. I didn't have the Technodrome. I didn't have the van. I didn't have
Who
the
had
blimp.
the Technodrome? Dave, you also didn't have the Technodrome.
No, I didn't have it. I got it.
I don't know anybody that did.
My neighbors across the street, they had a lot of the stuff, and they had the Technodrome for sure.
Ooh, done.
Okay.
So yeah, for me, it was that. I liked the their scooter skateboard things were pretty cool.
Cheapskate.
Yeah.
Buddy.
But no, so it would be the turtle layer for sure.
Oh no. Game apologist, you need to find those pieces. I will go to your mother's house and find those pieces.
That is a threat.
Oh my god, Mitch Falcon found the Shrinky Dinks. Good on you, Mitch Falcon. The turtle blimp. Another one that was.
Now I do have the 2012 turtle blimp.
I do. It's actually hanging in the back room.
No, I have mine hanging up in my movie collection room, and it's all spattered with a bunch of different Mikeys hanging from it.
So I like the funny thing is I feel like the Technodrome for a lot of people was one of those that was like someone else had it. Like I remember one kid at my school had it, and he always brought the eye. Like the eyeball, like with him to school, and we
what a
played
weird choice. But...
Well, like it was that weird thing of like you couldn't be like.
It's iconic, yeah, absolutely. You show me the eye, I know you have a Technodrome.
But he would bring the eye, and he would be the Technodrome. So all our turtle dudes would attack him, which usually resulted in half my friends going like,
just throwing their turtles at him.
Turtles at him, yeah. But no, it's one of those things of like the awesome. Man, my brain is just pooey tonight. We also have like a huge storm coming through, so I apologize if it kind of goes.
Sure.
It'll keep streaming. I just won't be, or you won't be able to end it. So I'll
go all night. There you
go. Billy's been there before.
Yes, I have.
But so those are the ones that you've had. What would you say are the top 5 turtle figures and top 5 turtle vehicles you would love to add to your collection?
Oh, okay.
Good question.
Well, okay, so let's see. Oh, they had the Technodrome.
I had the Technodrome. An old home movie from Christmas 1990. Apparently, no actual memories of playing with the actual thing. Weird.
Wow. Spoiled. So spoiled. Doesn't even remember having it.
I would. So like I said, I'm a Mikey guy, so there's definitely some holes in that collection. I would like the like the old the dinosaur caveman version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
The little headpiece.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I would like the Ninja Turtles 3. The Shogun version, basically the samurai.
Yeah.
Yep. Not the Shogun, because they're very similar, but it's not the movie version.
It's so shiny and so expensive.
And then I would like now this one always throws people off, but I would like a Next Mutation Mikey.
Oh, Mr. Link in the chat.
Hey, look at that.
As you said it, that was amazing.
Simultaneous. Yeah, that was great.
That's 4. And then I would like a Casey Jones from the 2003 series.
Right on. Sorry.
No, you're good.
the line
it's
of,
interactive.
yeah, that's half the fun. No, Mitch Falcon, you go away.
I have a Venus.
I do too. She's right over there. I actually have both versions. There was
there was like, is she in like Hawaiian type?
She has like
Clothes or
board
something?
shorts essentially.
Yeah.
It was just a weird variant that I found at a garage sale. I'm like,
Right.
not? But
Right.
I gotta say, Next Mutation was some weird bullshit. But like, I would love NECA to do Next Mutation figures where they look like the show. You know,
I agree.
Oh, I could absolutely see them doing that. Yeah.
For me, that would be the one way to do those figures.
I could see a Comic-Con exclusive 5-pack or something like that, or but no, I look, I'm a strange guy when it comes to Turtles. Like, obviously there's some stuff that just isn't as good as other things, but I see the issues that are there with Next Mutation, but I actually I don't hate it. I kind of enjoy it even in its crappiness.
It's like the B movie of the Ninja Turtles. I've watched
for sure.
it multiple times. I just love giving Mitch and a few of the others in the chat crap because I always be like, best turtle, Mitch, or not Mitch Falcon, but Venus. And I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, also Emilio pointing out, I noticed in Turtle stuff there's always a skip from the 80s, then skip to 2012. I loved the 03 Turtles. Like,
okay, so here's my thing with the 03 Turtles. I think that it is, man, like, it's arguably up there as being like one of the best Turtles iterations.
That's a bold statement. Okay.
I don't really think it is, and like, I know obviously like it's all subjective, mileage may vary, but like it is really good. But here's what my problem was at the time, and like I've since like changed this type of attitude about anything. Like, I was very much, when it came out, like, oh, it's 2003. I'm like, how old was I then? Like 16, 17 years old, maybe. I don't know. And like, here's
Emilio, you worked on the 03 series?
What?
Man,
that's got to be a
Emilio, drop me a message.
Something.
We'll get you on, dude. That'd be hella fun to talk about.
But growing up, the 87 cartoon, the movies, when it was announced that 03 was coming out, I was excited. I'm like, cool, new Ninja Turtles. And I watched like half an episode and went, not my Ninja Turtles.
Sure.
And like what a silly mentality to have, and like not legitimately give it a chance because it didn't resemble the Turtles that I once watched. And like, I watch that now and it's legit really good.
Oh, yeah, man. And I mean, for me, that was Rise of the TMNT. Like, I remember when they showed the things and so I was like, this looks really cool. It's not my cup of tea, and I've tried really, really hard not to yuck anybody else's yum when it comes to like this type of stuff, because it's just like, dude, different strokes for different folks. And like, my son loved Rise, and it is a gorgeous looking show. Again, I watch it and it's kind of like Teen Titans Go to me. I just kind of go, eh.
Right. And
I'd
so like
watch the other shows.
And I made that, rather strong statement about the 03 series, but it's still like, it's not my favorite or even my go-to, but I recognize how really great it actually is. And Rise, same thing. I'm like, I'll watch it. Like, I'm all about if they make different iterations, let that be what it is and judge it for what it is. And I don't mind it, but I certainly like don't go back to it or anything. I'm just like, okay, it's a thing that's there.
And Dave, have you seen all of Rise? Have you watched the entire series?
I have. Yeah.
Okay. Now, is that because of Ollie, or would you have done that if you didn't have a kid?
I probably would have eventually gotten to it because I have a lot of friends in the animation industry. And it was the thing. Oh, Emilio, there we go. Mitch Falcon already finding Emilio. Rise reminds me of the work we did on Fast Forward. I could definitely see those comparisons. I think I would have gotten to it eventually, especially it probably would have been something when I was working on Pages or something. I would have had it up on my second monitor. But like, Ollie and I are 3 episodes from finishing the 2012 series right now.
Wow.
And
had you never finished it?
I had, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I watched it when it was on again. That was when I was working like really shit comic gigs where it was just like, hey, can you color 36 pages in a week? It's like, yes, I can. Why? Like stuff like that where it was just like, all right, cool, mainline it. Like, here we go. But like the 03. Sorry, Emilio. I have a bootleg set of the DVD because like I couldn't find
right
it.
now.
It's hard to come by.
Yeah, and now I guess it's streaming on Paramount Plus.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm very stoked for that because my DVD quality were the ones that weren't legit stuff.
And it did a crossover with the Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
It did. Which is so weird.
You think that would have happened in the original series, but it happened in the 03 series.
it's so weird. But it was that thing of Jeff Matsuda, who did a lot of the character design for 03. Like he did like Jackie Chan Adventures, the Batman, like a lot of these series that I really dug on, that granted, kind of came after the fact or were coming out simultaneously. And I was so in love with that style, and it was so cool. I don't know. It's kind of the logic that's behind a lot of pop vinyl collectors. Of it almost had a running style between the shows. Not so much the Batman, but if you look at Jackie Chan and you look at the 2003 Turtles, there's a lot of similarities.
Sure.
And I thought that was so cool. I'm like, we need more of this, all of this. Just yes, every show. Like, let's do this. Like, let's.
When we're making these comparisons to saying that we love the 80s, 90s Turtles, that 2003 was good, that 2012 was good, then we got to Rise, and Rise was not our cup of tea, but we still respected that it was Ninja Turtles, so we didn't want to. What do you say every week? What do you do? You don't want to
yuck someone's yum.
Yeah, there you go, the yuck and yum thing. Which that's the mature way to look at it, right? Like when we have that conversation here. To me, and I don't want to make this about wrestling, but that echoes the opposite of how fans treat wrestling. Like,
totally.
You know what I mean? Like the wrestling, the conversations that we're in daily, people are constantly praising, the 80s, praising the NWO, the 90s, and then even some praise for the early 2000s, but then it gets to be 2015 and above, and everybody hates it, and they blame the company, they blame the writers, they're blaming everybody. And never did they mention that, hey, it's an option to stop watching. You know what I mean? Like, it's the products evolve.
And for instance, sorry. Go, Billy.
Okay, I was just going to say, like, and I'm obviously not disparaging wrestling, but, like, look at what we're talking about. It's all a cartoon for children, essentially. Ninja Turtles and wrestling.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, right. Which one are you talking about?
Isn't it odd that like when we get older, it's like, oh, the product's not as good anymore? And now, there is things that products change and become less or
you're
whatever
not looking
from
at
time
it
to time.
these, man.
That's right. Those are not rose colored.
Yeah, close enough.
But my point is that we are at least willing to forgive TMNT for evolving and being a different product, and wrestling, most people are not. Wrestling, it needs to be it needs to be the same product from the 80s and 90s, and if it's not, you're doing something wrong, big league company.
I made the distinct mistake of letting it slip that I'm not a fan of Hulk Hogan.
Oh boy.
And the thing is in certain circles, that is very bad. And I was just like, I was born in 87. So
you missed all that.
I was like, I knew who Hulk Hogan was. I was never like a Hulkamaniac or a Hulkamaniac or anything like that. And like I can respect that he put wrestling on a new stage, just like I can also respect that Next Mutation was a stepping stone to whatever came next. Same thing with Rise. Like it's part of the product and whatnot, and I can respect that. But it's like, all these Hogan figures that are coming out now, and people are like, "Oh man, which one are you getting?" I'm like,
not.
I'm like, I still have. No, I sold my Classic Superstars. I had the NWO Hogan from Classic Superstars, and I think the only Hogan that I have was legit technically my first wrestling fig, which was a Thunder Lips with red
that's a good one. Yeah,
around the wrist, because I was like, I'm a wrestler.
That's great. Man.
That was
nice that's good.
But
I just think it's interesting the comparisons that people do to everything, and the how forgiving they are for everything. And then we get to the wrestling conversation that the three of us are very used to. And yes, okay. So it's not just wrestling. The He-Man and She-Ra did.
No.
Well, is there a She-Ra conversation that I'm missing? I know what happened to He-Man.
A lot.
There's a She-Ra show.
Yeah, there was a She-Ra show.
That's right.
Very
that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Progressive, yes.
Cute and bubbly. Not even like progressive. It's like, I mean, I suppose
it's just very different.
It's like today's animation for children.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah. Oh, Game Apologist, the effort put into Rise more than justifies its existence to me. Some of these action scenes feature stuff I've never. Dude, I agree.
I completely agree.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. And if it's not for you, that's fine. We're not.
I don't even mind the way that they look or the changes that they made in the show. Like I don't. Honestly, none of that stuff bothers me at all. The show just is. I don't know. Whatever. Like it doesn't hit me as much.
Are we more open to it because the three of us have kids and we are just looking for any sort of excuse to get our kids into the stuff we like?
Oh, yeah. Emilio brings up a really good point. One thing I noticed with Turtle fans, they are accepting of the things that come after. As much as folks don't like Fast Forward or Back to the Sewers, fans have always been respectful. And hey, Marcus.
That's great.
But it's that thing of it's kind of one of those weird like. It's almost like wrestling fans during the like crazy popular eras, like post Attitude Era, when Ruthless Aggression was coming on, and it kind of died a little. Didn't die, but it died down a little bit. But wrestling fans went, "Hey, we still got wrestling, right?"
Yeah,
right.
Like with Turtle fans, it's like, "Hey, cool. You like this? Awesome. You like that? Whatever." Do you rag on people for certain things? Yeah, it happens. But at the same time, at the end of the day, you're just like, hey, I mean, okay, Next Mutation. I've watched that show so many times. I still will give it crap because there's some terrifyingly creepy stuff.
Oh yeah,
that is going on with that. But
and Dan, you bring up like, do we kind of use it as an excuse to be like, ooh, well, it's something I can watch with my kid. Like,
True.
I mean, sure, that's definitely a thing that maybe, for me anyway, like, yeah, maybe it's something that his young eyes will appeal to it because it is.
This is more appealing to a kid in 2020, 2021.
But for me, and I'm with this with anything like, remakes or reboots or new adaptations or whatever, like, there's always that subsection of people that are like, remakes are crap, or they shouldn't happen, or where's all the original ideas and blah, 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 all that stuff. For me, it's like, I enjoy, like, my favorite characters and stuff. And if it just means, like, this is the only way that I can get new characters, like, I'm going to give it its fair shake.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't mean it'll be awesome or whatever, but, like, that's
a good point.
Hell yeah.
There's something for everyone.
Absolutely, yep.
That's a good way to put it.
Nasser, I'm not following, man.
Dave, my live or live in that room?
Do I live in this room? This is my studio, so kind of. I mean, I'm in here quite often.
When he's coloring those 36 pages for the comic books, absolutely.
Yeah. Mitch, I will say this figure, it feels really solid. Like, I actually was tempted to get all four of these guys, but I just don't have the space for all four.
No, that's pretty cool. I have just the regular.
Yeah, I whited out the eyes because
you did that. Of course you did. Of course you did. Yeah.
But yeah.
And then I have the Don King white-haired one.
I still regret not picking that one up just because I thought it was so cool. That's weird is comparing this to franchises with over multi-iterations. TMNT fans seem very civil. Just look at the Sonic. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it's interesting. Like, if I don't know who all is like who follows like the official Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Facebook page.
Yeah.
But any time that they put Rise, something
it just gets crapped on.
Oh my god! Like.
It's insane.
The worst comments and like, so it's weird. I've seen a lot of. It's like this with any fandom, though. Like, I like that a lot of the people in this chat have been like, yeah, we're all like game. Even if we don't like it, it's cool. We're accepting. Like, I love that. Like, because I don't see it that often, honestly.
Well, and one I will say too, like the COJ. So Billy, for in case you don't know, the lovely people who populate the chat that's actually over there, because I was pointing the wrong way. The COJ, aka the Consortium of Jackasses, are the fine folks that populate the chat. They are awesome folks. They helped me name them because I didn't know what to call.
Just call us a bunch of jackasses.
No,
how about a consortium of them?
I said at the end, we're just kind of a group of jackasses. And then Mitch said, well, what about a nicer word? And so the consortium was born.
There you go.
There's actually a t-shirt. It hasn't gone up yet, but it will be up on Redbubble hopefully tomorrow. It's just kind of sitting there. But I will post up when it does. From an animation technical aspect, the kids working on the Rise show are insane. Some of the stuff I wish we could have done on our shows. Dude, I got the other half of Mindwave Comics, which is my kid-friendly all-ages comic company, actually is working for Disney right now on Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. And so he's been telling me just crazy stories because, like, before that, he was on all these other projects. Like, he was on the Invader Zim movie. He was on Stretch Armstrong. And it's just like, dude, the animation industry is both astonishing to me in every aspect and terrifying. I'm one of those consortiums of jackasses. Say it proud. But that's the kind of cool thing though, is Turtles has kind of transcended the, hey, it started out as a black and white floppy book, and become this crazy kind of worldwide phenomenon. I mean, like the turtle mania craze and all that stuff. Yeah, it was real, but push come to shove, this is an indie comic that started in a house.
That's nuts to think about. Yeah.
Like.
And what was it? Like, first run was 500?
I think it was either 500 or 1,000.
Yeah.
And he said
not much.
Half of them ended up probably going in the trash.
That's nuts.
Which is just like, holy shit.
That's sad.
But, it's that thing of, not only did it create, live action movies and cartoons and, and come back time and time again. That's always been my thing, is like, I feel like Turtles is the franchise that will not die, because
it's definitely one of those that it just keeps coming. I mean, everything at this point is continually coming back. We already named half of them. The He-Man, G.I. Joe's coming back. Everything is coming back. But it's one of those staples now, and it started on a napkin.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Hold on.
Do you have a napkin there? What are you going to grab?
I know what he has, and it's one that I want also. Is it the Mondo?
This is the Mondo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sketch.
That is
badass.
I need it.
This was the first Mondo figure that they did. Before they did those right back there, they put this out with, and then they put out a color version and a couple of the black and white with a couple different colored bandanas.
Yeah.
But
that's awesome.
For me, as a comic artist and a comic creator, this figure actually holds a very special place in my heart, because this is the embodiment of where.
Sure, any Turtle fan, that one should be the one that means the most. Like, that's the starting point. The black and white, just straight up. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, what does that go for now?
I don't even want to look, because I don't want to be tempted to sell it. Oh yeah, Game Apologist got the colored version right on. His tail is showing on the back. It's there.
Nice.
I still stand by. I really wish the don't get me wrong, the Mondo Turtles are dope, but I kind of wish they had taken this approach and done black and whites in this, because I think that would have been cool. Neca did it previously, and I got those over there too. Astonishing figures, but
right. I have the Michelangelo, not the black and white one, which I would like that as well. But
yeah. Mikey is the turtle, since he was the first turtle. True. Whoa, Sorry, the chat's jumping on me, so I'm trying to keep up. TMNT fans act more grown up than Motu fans. Motu had 3 different universes in the early 80s. People with the new tunes isn't in Filmation universe. 40 years of Motu, and this show hurts them. That's not a tail. It is a tail, Ingram. But no, and you know the crazy cool thing about all this is throughout the different iterations, you can pick and choose what you like.
Yeah, absolutely.
My door just closed. I think my wife.
A lot of movement over there tonight.
No, my wife just closed the door, and I looked over. I went, my door is moving, and she said, "I'm closing your door." I'm like, "Oh, okay.
Well, that's nice.
You're being too loud."
Yeah, probably. But you know, it's cool because you know everything that is old is new again.
Yeah.
That's
a new one. I haven't thought that was an old one, but
that's
that's
Super 7.
Yeah.
Well, it's that thing of like Super 7 and NECA. You know, it's like, holy crap. Like, if you would have told me that this much crazy... No, Shaggy, my wife is not bringing me cake again.
Why not?
I ate cake one time on the street.
So, Billy, I don't remember what you collect. Do you do both NECA and Super 7, or do you choose one or the other one?
It's not, like, really a thing of choosing. It's just, like, I don't have any Super 7 yet.
Okay.
At some point, you know, like I said, like, you know, Michelangelo at the very least, I'll grab him.
Yeah. Sorry, just responding to people non-verbally.
Yeah. Oh no, the cake's a lie. That's what I hear anyway.
We ate it all.
So no, I have not gotten any Super 7, and it's not a thing of like picking one or the other. It's just I haven't yet.
Okay,
that's all.
But it's in the works, maybe.
Yeah. At some point.
For your NECA stuff, you said you didn't have a Rat King. Are you missing anybody else?
Oh, I mean, yeah, tons.
Oh, tons.
I would like both the animated and the film Casey Jones. Now that Casey Jones is out in a 1-pack, I was gonna say 1-pack instead of 2-pack. Like, that's a little more appealing to me. Plus, I never saw it. I know I could probably talk to a whisperer of sorts, but
I don't know. That one's been tough, man. No. Has anybody found those? Have those been? I know I saw one picture that you sent that the Casey Jones had been found, but have those been like widespread?
One of my buddies, actually Nightwing GL, who's usually in the chat.
Yeah.
He just like casually dropped it that he got one, and I'm like, wait, what? Where? When?
Did what?
How? Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, it's in the back of my car. I haven't opened it yet. I'm like, I will kill you.
Oh, so he found it himself in store.
Apparently, one of our other buddies found it kind of out in the boonies at a shop or at a store. But they're hitting, and I've seen the European variant of Super Shredder twice now.
Oh yeah.
But I guess NECA did put it out there that there's more stock of the Casey Jones coming this fall. That's going to hit again. So we'll see.
But yeah, like I said, I have the Michelangelo movie and cartoon. The cartoon one that came with the foot soldier. I have Bebop and Rocksteady. I have the Shredder and Splinter 2-pack from the movie. I have Super Shredder. I have the coming out of their shells.
There you go. That's a good one.
Nice.
I have the full baby turtles.
Yeah.
Oh, those are cool. Those are very cool.
And the canister. The life-size one. That might be it.
Apparently, even Comic-Cons are striking out on Casey.
So, like, it's interesting. Like, I have a decent amount, but I also feel like I'm missing so many.
Sure, and there's so many out there, right?
Right.
I think that's the fun thing with those lines, though, is, like, it... And I know plenty of people who are completionists with it, but at the same time, like, I know I've missed some, and like, it doesn't bug me, and I don't know. Oh, actually, a game apologist in the chat. Have you guys had any luck tracking down the classic Party Wagon? That's the one I'm desperately trying to track down. Apparently, they're hitting pretty hard in the metro area around here, but I haven't seen one in person.
So before I came on, and I know I did not see that, but like I was just at Walmart before.
Billy some turtles.
That's actually a friend of mine.
Right
so he's been to the house and actually seen my collection.
Hell yeah.
But let me do the cheap plug for him. He's got a podcast called Bullspit with Moose, and he's interviewed several people who have been voice actors in Ninja Turtles from the original series, 2012 films. So
Cam Clark and those guys.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. So anyway, so I was at Walmart and I saw the like the bigger Playmates ones, the more articulated ones, that are in the 2-packs now.
Last month, these are the ones you don't like, Dave, right?
Yeah, not a fan. Okay. Although apparently I got to track down Triceraton for one of my buddies because he's a completionist with those.
So I was curious about that. Like, I guess I hadn't. Man, look at this guy. He is on top of it.
I told you, Mitch is amazing.
Well, your efforts are thanked, appreciated.
Moose is already on it, man.
But I guess I hadn't quite stayed up on it. I knew they were coming out with the 2-packs, and I saw what was it, Leo and Rocksteady and Mikey and Bebop.
Yeah, that's
what I saw, and I really do like that Bebop. But anyway, I was like, well, what are the other two gonna come with? And I turned it around. I'm like, oh, like Shredder and a Triceraton? That's pretty cool. Like those would have to be like some new figures, right? I don't recall them coming out with those in that line, did they?
I know nothing about them.
So Bebop. So the original release of the Turtle Classics was the 4 turtles.
Yep, and then Bebop and Rocksteady.
Mm-hmm. Then Shredder and Krang were shown at a toy fair but never released.
Oh,
and so that's why it was very weird that it was Shredder and a Triceraton in the other 2-packs that are coming out, and not Shredder and Krang. But they're also all over the scaling.
Right.
I got to share this real quick because this is insane. This is a custom with the NECA April head.
With the Ripley body.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, that's sick.
I saw someone post that recently. Like, has anyone tried doing this? Well, looks like they have now.
Yep. Do you need to, Dave, you might know this, do you need to do any customizing? Do you need to Dremel anything out, or does this just snap off and snap on?
I'm guessing it probably would snap right on. It's a standard NECA ball peg.
Wow.
So you just, paint that blue jumpsuit yellow.
Which is easier said than done, because painting yellow.
I bet.
Oh my god.
But yeah, then you just take out that Sigourney Weaver head, put on a Judith Hogue head, and you're done.
The funny thing is, I just realized her microphone is hooked up to a camera, and my first thought was, where the hell did that camera come from?
I don't know.
Mr. Link finally found the Hot Wheels party wagon.
Oh, there you go.
It was an Android body, Smetty. They showed it a while back. I want to say it was like 2015.
Like not his just like little blue walker. Like it was
and again.
That makes more sense.
The same height as everybody else.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that bugged me about that is like, okay, you have the turtles that are like 7 inches tall, but then Bebop and Rocksteady are 7 inches tall, but they sculpted them to be bulkier.
Yeah.
But then they just went.
Yeah. Right. No, I agree.
Down. Watch NECA do that as a special one. I'd take it, Emilio. I'm just saying. But I think Bebop and Rocksteady from that line look cool, and like next to the 2012 Turtles, I think they'd look really neat.
Yeah,
but like scale wise, but within the confines of
it's kind of always been an issue, though.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't call it just that line.
Yeah,
as far as like Playmates goes, they've always had scaling issues.
Oh, I mean that's why Shredder had scoliosis and was a hunchback. And the funny thing is, those vintage figures are the reason that I didn't get the Super 7 Foot Soldier or Shredder, is because they don't have ab crunches, so you couldn't get them in the hunched pose. Like they were from the vintage line. My brain
the thing that you hated about it to begin with wasn't good enough for the new thing,
and that was it though.
But that is what they're trying to go for, so I get it.
But it was so screwy, and the funny thing is they've even talked about on many documentaries and stuff. They're like, why were they so hunched over? And they're like, they needed to fit into.
You need to put Mesa Demon. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, the chat has figured it out. That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
I might have to look for one of those.
Speaking of the camera, have you guys seen the footage of that Shredder's Revenge, the new video game in 2022 coming out?
It looks insane.
It does look insane. They just announced that April's going to be a playable character, and one of her weapons is going to be she throws the camera at the foot. I'm very excited for that game.
I'm actually pulling it up right now.
For sure.
Oh, if you could, that'd be great.
Oh, are we going to watch the trailer?
We are. I'm going to put it on screen, but I'm going to lower the volume.
Sure.
So hopefully we don't get in trouble for showing it. I just thought he had a hunch, so he was evil like Palpatine. I mean, we always had issues with size. Hey, man. Yeah, dude. Like that. And that 2003 toy line, man, that toy line flipping ruled.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So I'm going to share this screen real quick, and we're going to watch without audio. And this is courtesy of IGN.com. But again, just super, super cool looking.
How long is this trailer, by the way?
It's a minute.
It's not.
I would like 20 seconds, 30 seconds in, just like minimize it for a second and then bring it back up. That way it like cuts the stream.
Smart.
And
not Billy's first rodeo.
Boop, boop, boop.
Come back.
There she is. Look at that. I mean, I love that. Oh,
she just like mic dropped. That was cool. Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Look how crazy this game looks. Yeah. Classic Rat King. This is some good stuff.
Look at the poor android body.
I love that. That's the lobby of Channel 6. That's the Channel 6 bullpen. Like Central Park.
Oh, even the Arrow guys are in there. Oh, this is.
I mean, I remember seeing something for it a while back. Oh, at the zoo before they become the, anthropomorphic.
No, it just looks absolutely insane. There is a little bit more, but I figured I'd cut it off.
Oh, it's good enough.
The team shot. Whoa, the team shot with April at the end looks really unbalanced, which probably means there's at least one more playable character. I'm guessing Casey Jones.
Or Splinter,
Just throwing it out there. Or I mean, if it's vintage cartoon, like who knows who it could be? They had so many allies and stuff in there.
Right.
I'm arcade style.
Yep, for sure.
Billy, when I did the MWO podcast, it was like a 2-hour interview, and we spent about an hour and a half talking video games.
Yes, we did.
Just to the point, Dave, where Billy was pulling out a stack of like Super Nintendo games, and he just went through a list of games that he had. Do you have like favorite Turtle games that you had playing as a kid?
Yeah, it was Turtles in Time and Tournament Fighters were my two main ones.
Okay.
I did play like others prior to that, but that was usually like if I was like at a friend's or like at a legit arcade or something. So while I did get to play those, they weren't like heavy on my radar like these ones were.
Okay, gotcha.
Did you ever get to play like Tournament Fighters or anything?
Yeah, no, that's.
He said that was one of his favorites.
Yeah, it was.
Were you playing on? I'm guessing you were playing on Super Nintendo based on the stack of games you showed.
Yes.
Okay, it came out for Sega as well, and then and NES.
Yeah, that's where I fell in love with the character Wingnut. Was in Tournament.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, because like he flew around, like he seemed like he had like different attributes that were helpful.
Oh, apparently they showed April for Nick All-Star Brawl. That's cool.
I've heard good things about that game too.
I don't know what I don't know what it is.
It's like Smash Brothers for Nickelodeon characters.
Oh, really? Dang. How are the
That's kind of cool.
Wait. Just noticed that shirt, Billy. Where's one get that shirt?
Vanilla Ice Concerts.
There you go.
That's where you get them.
That's very nice.
A friend of mine.
You said a friend guy.
I've had it for probably 4 or 5 years now.
Okay, so maybe let's go to eBay real quick.
And then it's cool, like on the back.
I'm actually doing the same thing.
I don't know.
I will race you there.
I'm seeing if it's even available through.
That's the back.
Oh, that's smart.
Oh man, that's.
Oh, it's front and back. Look at that. Vanilla Ice is not skimping.
Oh.
No, he really embraces it.
There you go. Oh yeah, there's a lot on the Bay of Evil. I was trying to see if it was on his website, but no. Oh, what up, Andy? How's it going, man? Funny, Konami gave us a Smash Bros. Like game. Who knew? Oh man, Ray Fillet would be dope. Someone up here. Yeah, there we go. Zach, the fifth turtle.
Mm-hmm.
I'd take it. Mikey and April are announced as TMNT characters in the lineup. April and Cat Dog were announced as at Gamescom this week. That's awesome. Oh, Mitch, come on, man! Don't you be throwing that stuff out there.
Yeah, they need to buy it.
Shh.
I'm working on it.
But yeah, I mean, oh man, excuse me. Like that's the crazy thing about the fandom is there's very famous turtle fans. Not only Vanilla Ice, but guys like Matt Cardona, guys, like you can go kind of across the board, and they're Shaggy, yeah. It's just a wild thing that it's also been around for so long that it's coming up on, what is it, 40 years?
Yeah, here in it came out in '84.
It has to, and that's why I think a lot of the I'm sure a ton of celebrities are well invested in the turtle stuff and other stuff from their childhood, and it's because it's been around for so long that it was in their lives, and they could be obsessed with it before they got too busy for their lives, like for their careers.
Yeah.
It totally adds up that anybody can be a turtle fan.
Yeah, no, it's and that's the kind of cool thing. Like I'll compare it to I got to go to a Green Day show once. Oh, that would be cool. But like I went to a Green Day show, and you had kids that were like, you could tell which phase of Green Day they were from.
Yeah.
Like it's like
are they Dookie or are they American Idiot?
Yeah, exactly.
That Leonardo over my left shoulder in that Detolf behind me, the carded one. That's from Lars Fredriksson's of Rancid. That's from his collection.
Oh, that's awesome.
How?
Yeah. That's so
it was just random. I got it I just bought it I was just looking for a carded Leonardo, and the guy who sold it to me, I can't confirm that it is. It's just the story that I got after I paid for it. The guy's like, okay, thanks for the payment. By the way, this is from the lead singer of Rancid. I like his stuff in Lars and the Bastards way more than Rancid, but the Fredrickson is Fredrickson. I'll take it.
Take it, man. And it's the L is for Lars, not Leo in that case.
Yeah, but either way, it just shows that anybody can be into it.
For sure.
That's a very yes. That is very good. I'm sorry, my brain is Kaputskis, I guess. I'm trying to put words together, and it's just not.
Did your kids also start school this week?
Yeah, Monday. They'll start Monday.
Oh, this Monday. Okay, what about you, Billy?
My son is 3.
Oh, okay, you got time. Okay, that's where my whole life is right now. My life is upside down because last year there was no school, and now all of a sudden, as of last Thursday, we're starting to go to school. And on top of that, I taught Connor how to ride a 2-wheeler on Monday of last week. Nice. And so all he wants to do is run outside and play on the bike, and then ride all around the place. So yeah, my life is totally upside down from where it was a month ago. Right.
That's usually how it goes. But yeah, no, Ollie starts school Monday, technically Tuesday, but Monday's like hey, go check out your room and all that stuff.
Yeah, here's a bunch of rules. Here's how school works.
Pretty much, which I'm okay with.
That'd be fun.
Kids went to school. I got happy. Nice. Yeah, no,
I'm more concerned about my wife and her PTSD from going 6 years of having this kid next to her on her side for that long, and then all of a sudden we have all this free time, right?
Oh, lucky I've been at work for 7 days already. Dang. Right on.
Jeez. Shaggy, I do want to know where Shaggy's located. You can give me a rough estimation. He mentioned the DuPage County Comic-Con. It was going on today, and it takes place, 30 minutes from my house.
I was going to say, that's not far from you, right?
At all. No, I'm curious where Shaggy's from.
I hate you so much. No cake. But I do got to do this real quick. I don't know if he's in the chat tonight, and I'll probably have to redo this on Toys with the Boys this Wednesday. But I have a turtle themed fan unboxing that I got to do. This is from Cranky Monkey in the chat.
Fan mail? This is great.
And so, he messaged me. He said, "Hey, I got my order in, and they basically doubled it up. is this something that you? Oh, Shaggy says I'm in Bolingbrook.
There you go. I go out there all the time for work. That's great.
There you go. But he was kind enough to send the QMX buttons.
So those are buttons. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, they're just turtle heads, and the cool thing
That's very
is,
cool.
There's two sets.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to be throwing up an Instagram giveaway. So stay tuned to my Instagram and whatnot for a giveaway for this. And there is also a hot, fresh pizza from Quantum Mechanics.
Is that the metal box?
I'm guessing.
Like diecast?
That sounds like that.
I had a box like that, but it came with like little mints.
Dan, how far are you from Skokie? Asks Panther.
Pretty far from Skokie. I'm near Aurora. If you want me to give out my address?
Excellent suburb. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, come on now.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Oh, no.
It's stuck. Oh. That's dope.
Gwyneth Paltrow's head. Oh, never mind.
It's like a coin sewer lid.
Oh! Stop dropping stuff.
It knocked over the box. It knocked over the pins.
The whole room is a mess from the one pin.
That's a heavy-duty coin.
It is.
I like it.
That's very cool.
dope. So
that's
neat. Thank you, Cranky Monkey. I appreciate that greatly. And yeah, no, it was one of those things where I'm like, wait, what? You want to send me something? Okay, cool.
Very cool.
So I had to do that. So thank you, dude.
So you said check out your Instagram for the giveaway.
Yep, that'll be going up probably this week. Monster was totally last year address.
Good idea.
And Mitch Falcon just tossed my Instagram link up right there in the chat.
Of course he did.
It's from Quantum Mechanics, so the pizza is either dead or alive until you open the box. Thanks. I see what you did there. But yes, I just wanted to get that out of the way real quick. Maybe, I don't know. It was heavy as hell, and it catapulted like half the stuff that was on my keyboard. That legit like scared the bejesus out of me. I was like, But yeah, no. So okay, we've talked about kind of what got you in. What are your favorites from your collection? Those that you want to pick up and whatnot. What would you say is the thing that kind of draws you to the turtles? Like or what you dig about them? Because I know that's kind of a strange question. But just something that I was thinking.
Gosh, I don't know. I can't say that I've ever like thought that deeply about it. But it's just one of those things. It hits at the right time. Like it's these cool, especially like for our age group or like, I don't know. I think even like kids today still do it. Like my kid had never like really seen anything that he would like know to start doing this, but like he started randomly doing karate moves one day. Like seeing that kind of stuff is enticing as a kid, and then it's these colorful turtles and they're fun and they're like, dude, and pizza, and stuff like that. And like I don't know, like it
skateboarding wizard.
Right. It just seemed so fun and different, at the time. Like I can't say like that I really saw much like it. You think, again, for our time frame, like if you're watching cartoons or even superhero type stuff, like it's Batman or Spider-Man or X-Men, like it's all still humans to a point. Yeah. And then like now it's like these guys that live in the sewers and I don't know. Like I just always, whatever it was, it just seemed so fun. And
fun. I think fun is the perfect word. Like I was at Goodwill a week ago, and I saw this. And like, so it's just one of those giant floor puzzles.
That's amazing.
I have no interest in opening this box at all. But the art on the outside, like Wingnut is on there. The Wingnut's in the corner. Ace Duck is on there. Just the artwork there reminds me of my childhood, and that screams fun to me. I think you hit it on the head. Like it's the epitome of fun when we were kids.
Right.
And and that's the kind of neat thing about it. Like we said, people of all ages enjoy the show. People of all ages enjoy the toys, and it's that thing of it. It's everybody has kind of their own story to. Whoa, Billy.
Sorry. Whoa.
Billy, no, it's okay. I was like Billy.
I thought I had something here that I could have shown with cool old artwork, but I don't have it here.
It's all good. I don't have anything within reach. So we've gone through what you have, what you'd like, but what would be those figures that you wish could get made or that you want to see made? So we've done top 5, we've done top 10. I'm just going to throw it out there. Throw out a couple that you would love to see made and why, because that's something.
Man,
if yours has changed, we can go full circle.
We do this every month.
Wingnut's already been announced. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wingnut and Screw Loose. Yeah.
Yep. They've already been announced. So Rex 1. I totally thought that he and Irma would have been like the 2-pack to come out.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
Dan, are you looking up who Rex 1 is?
I've done this before. The last time I looked up Rex 1 was about a month ago. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I remember this. Somebody else brought it up.
Yeah, he'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, I think, Venus has her due.
Oh, for sure.
What else? Yes, you need to see Rex 1.
Here, I'm popping him.
Ground Chuck and he's already been talked about, right?
I lose track of who is not even who has been talked about, but who's been
Dirtbag
and out. Yeah, right. I can just go into my Neca orders.
Yeah.
Has anything been announced since the last time we talked, Dave?
No, it's been really quiet. I mean, that was basically San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
That we ran through last time. So there was just a ridiculous amount of stuff. There's Rex
Anthrax, Scumbug.
Yeah.
But yeah, just in the chat, Usagi, the Neutrinos, those are fun.
I will say the OG Neutrinos from the original line fit in perfectly with the NECA cartoon line.
Oh,
really?
I actually have them on display with the rest of the figures, and outside of them being slightly glossy from the type of plastic, that's about it. Now Emilio's with me. I mean, I wouldn't say no to new Neutrinos. The articulation has a long way that could go. Oh, damn it, Mitch.
But yeah, they're talking Mac. You would think Fugitoid would be one.
Oh, touche. I'll pop those up here in a sec.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to those Power Rangers ones. I was pretty dang excited about it, and then one would drop, and then one would drop, and then one would drop, and I'm like, okay, I got to reel it back into just getting Mikey here because it's just too damn many.
Right.
At the same time, I'm still stoked.
Yeah, for sure.
Dave, did you pick those up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the funny thing is I'm not quite sure how this is happening, but I'm very grateful for it. But I made a mention that I want to get the Core 5 MMPR Power Rangers, and I knew that some of them were very pricey right now, but most of them are getting re-releases. And lo and behold, in the mail today.
There you go.
I need a Black Ranger and a Red Ranger.
Red is getting re-released, and the Black Ranger is actually up on BBTS right now.
Oh.
So Big Bad Toy Store, I'm not sponsored or anything, but hey, check them out.
Right.
Sorry, I'm trying to pull up these dang turtle pictures. All but confirmed that the Neutrinos are coming in 2022 in that interview with Beebs. He did mention it, but they didn't show anything, so that's why I'm more so where I'm at.
There you go.
It would be neat to see them start to touch the some other Mutanimals.
That would be cool. I would love them to do any iteration of the Mighty Mutanimals.
Yeah.
I want to see a gigantic Spike.
The cow head.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, So, fun story. I'm making a Cuddly the Cowlick.
I think you told me that.
Yeah. And it's a very random thing, but it was one of those things. I got a giant cow mask in the mail, and my wife was like, I'm like,
how big are you making this?
Huh?
How big are you? How big is this going to be?
It's a human mask.
Wow.
Like so.
Like, are you aware of the character, Dan?
The only through this show, yes. The last
Okay.
time we brought it up, the chat was going nuts with Cowlick talk. And I believe I looked it up at that point. I'm trying to find a picture now, but
the metallicized versions, but they're also doing standard re-releases. Panther. Hold on. Power Rangers. But yeah, Cuddly the Cowlick is one of those that I would love to see as like a San Diego Comic-Con box set, basically, because my brain just goes, make it the package and then give us the 4 wrestling turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that would be so dang cool. Oh, Mitch Falcon dropping that link. Thank you. But I will just I will buzz through these real quick.
Another cool thing, like, obviously, they're always gonna come out with new ways, come up with new ways to come out with the turtles, and I think it would be neat to see, like, especially
great.
since they spend so much time on the 87 cartoon.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to see, like, their slight change in the final seasons. They call it the Red Sky season or whatever, and like it's like darker around their eyes and they're just like a little meaner looking. And I think that would be a neat way to go with it. Obviously, it'd be like way down the line.
Oh, yeah. I forgot they're doing the Ninja movie versions from MMPR.
Oh, yeah.
This is sick looking. I'm just buzzing through these while we're talking.
Sure.
But if you get a chance, I highly recommend picking up the trade paperback. Boom put it out in collaboration with IDW, and it's some cool stuff.
Right.
Again, they're not coming out till April of next year.
Yeah, that pack right there is what I'd probably the only one I would worry about really getting.
Well, like, the funny thing was, I remember reading the book and I was just like, why didn't they just make him the Orange Ranger? Like,
yeah, right. That's a good point.
But
oddly enough, Moose and I were talking about this the other day, and it's like, so here's a some questions that could be asked and discussed amongst us. Is like, initially the thought was you put them per their personality.
Yeah.
But that was never really what, like, Power Rangers was. Well, so, like, it was always based off of, like, what clothes they were wearing.
Yeah.
So,
and
we're simple people.
So, like,
the thing of, like,
think Donnie would be Billy.
Billy, yeah. And Mikey would be Zach.
Right. But that's trying to line up their personalities.
Yeah.
Is that really what should be done? It's more, I think it should be more,
Well, would you have rather had them do? This is such a stupid question. Would you have rather had them make like a Power Ranger that doesn't exist, like an Orange Ranger?
Well, when they transformed them, like when they morph, my brain went to, okay, they could have morphed into something that would have been unique to them, because that's essentially what. Okay,
it wouldn't be a Mighty Morphin crossover.
Yeah, but because they ended up doing it by which power coin they got, and basically they tried to attach it. To my understanding, with the designs, they tried to attach them to what weapons they were.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And if you look at that, like Trini, Yellow Ranger has kind of more. Well, no,
I would have said she had the size.
She has the size. Yeah.
That's where it got confusing for me too. But
yeah, you're right.
I mean, I dig it.
Yeah.
Any which way you shake it. I mean, it's one of those crossovers that, we had Next Mutation and Power Rangers in Space crossover, which was cool. But if you'd ask me what is my iconic Power Rangers,
it's this.
I would say it would be MMPR.
Yeah.
Like through and through.
Yeah, like, for sure.
But
Mitch Falcon in the chat. Yeah, Mitch Falcon. Go on. We'll have you on next month. We can do a 4-hour podcast on Power Ranger lore.
It'd be beautiful.
That'd be cool.
I would just sit here going, Yeah.
I know, like Power Rangers was after my time. I watched a very little Power Ranger stuff, and only like the first iteration of them. After I know they did a ton of iterations after that.
Yeah.
I know very little about Power Ranger stuff.
Yeah, no, I've always been a fan. Like, I don't follow it. I follow enough to sort of know what's going on nowadays. But
well, you might be the young'un
I'm 36.
Okay, never mind. I'm the kid. Okay, I'm 34.
Okay.
So
I was born in 85.
Yeah, 87.
Yeah.
So I know that Dan's not saying shit. So
82. 82.
But hey, man, it's a good year.
Great.
But it's that thing of Power Rangers was huge, and it was funny because I remember when that hit, people were like, "Oh my god, karate fighting superheroes!" And I'm like, "What about turtles?"
See, and it's funny, like when Power Rangers was first starting to be like advertised, like all my friends and I, when we would go out to recess and play Ninja Turtles, we just transferred that over to Power Rangers, and we just
You're not old, Emilio. You're vintage.
I was gonna say seasoned.
Emilio was born in 1980, and in 2001 or 2, he's working on the 2003 series.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
He's a prodigy.
Right. Young man working on that.
But no, we just tried to line them up as closely to the Turtles as we could. So not knowing, it was like, oh yeah, the Red Ranger, he's gonna be like Raph, and the Blue Ranger's gonna be like Leo. Obviously we were wrong, but but yeah, no, it's neat that we're getting this kind of stuff.
Well,
for sure.
I'll throw this out there too. Okay, you have a very iconic turtle villain. Okay, you have the Super 7 Rocksteady right here, right?
And that needs to be Bulk and Skull, by the way.
What?
Sorry, Bebop and Rocksteady need to be Bulk and Skull from Power Rangers,
right?
Yeah.
And
sorry, but now.
But no, I was just saying, I could see these two in the same comic. I could see these two in the same universe.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
Rocksteady specifically looks like, I mean, I guess Bebop too. They look like Power Ranger villains, like the over-the-top heads. Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, to be fair, I'm sure Laird and Eastman were probably influenced by some sort of Sentai or some of that, like Ultraman and such going on, just because it was part of there. I'm 26 and love Power Rangers because of the Megazord fights. Hell yeah. 1978, you kids with your rock music and power. Mr. Ryan Clark. That may be one of my favorite. Oh, you know what? That one gets to stay up there for a while.
There you go.
I like it
because I'm very glad that I wasn't drinking at the moment, because I would have destroyed my camera. But I mean that is one of those cool things. Of also, you think about how long it's been since this was created up to now. This was around before I was around. I'm as old as the Fred Wolf series because it debuted in '87.
True.
So it's that kind of crazy deal of thinking about, again, that kind of longevity of the print. Hell yeah, man! Just people are throwing out their birth years. I'm down. But it's that crazy cool thing of when you start to think about that, about the legacy of this. It's something that a lot of us can only dream of. Where it's just like, long after Eastman and Laird are gone, Turtles will probably live on. Especially with when you have kind of carriers of the torch like Ben Bishop and Andy Kuhn and any of the
big
modern,
fan of both of them.
It's that crazy thing of just like, it's gonna keep going, and that's so friggin' cool to see. Whoa, hold that guy back up again next to a Ranger. I don't want to rip open a Ranger right now.
You can do it without opening them.
Well,
yeah, for sure. The pumpkin wrapper.
Oh, the pumpkin wrap. I mean,
I think that's maybe what he was talking about.
I'm guessing it was Rocksteady, but
or maybe, yeah.
I mean, I have them crouched down. The monsters were definitely bigger, which I was kind of neat.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Screw it.
You gonna
open
let
right
him
now?
breathe?
Look at you.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. You know what? Why not? Where'd my knife go?
Do you keep anything in box? Either one of you?
No.
Not much.
Okay.
I'm mostly let him breathe kind of person.
I should say I keep boxes like Hot
Yeah,
Toys
I do the
and
same.
scale stuff. Like I hold on to that, and I think legit the only vintage stuff that I have that is on card is I have a set of original 10-back turtles that I'm gonna make a display of eventually
Okay.
at the house, and then I have a complete on-card set of the Wildcats Playmates line.
Oh wow. Any reason?
I really like that line.
Okay.
I mean, that's legit. It. I mean, it's. I really love Wildcats as the comic and whatnot. Also, I love their energy effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have all my Universal Monster Turtle crossovers are in box, and the only reason why I did that was because my mom got me the original 2 sets, so the 8 of them
all at once.
Yes.
Wow, what a day!
Ooh.
Yeah, that was like one Christmas, I think, and it was just before they started like becoming, the super expensive thing they are now.
That's great.
And I open everything, but I mean, the Frankenstein line, they're also unpunched.
Wow.
So it felt wrong to open them.
Right. It's
so I just left them all unopened, and then when I got the 2012 Universal Monsters, I just left those unopened as well. I don't know, that collection seems to make sense to keep closed.
There you go. I think that's the way to do it. I mean, anything more when you start like snowballing with the amount of stuff you're going to keep on card. It just becomes a hassle to display, to keep nice. It's too much work.
That's cool.
Right.
I didn't realize they were so close in scale with Legends. I legit outside of Pumpkin Wrapper, this is the first time I've handled a Lightning Collection figure.
Oh, nice.
So,
yeah, they're not bad.
That makes sense. Their energy accessory thing. It's similar to the Marvel Legend ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
man,
subscribe.
Well, and
subscribe.
It's all Hasbro, so it makes sense.
So it's Hasbro, these guys too. Okay, that makes sense. It's probably the same mold.
Billy, we know a guy who would make this happen. Linus the Great Pumpkin. Hell yeah.
Are you saying that Dave should make Linus the Great Pumpkin?
There was a custom idea. Linus the Power Ranger meets the Great Pumpkin Rapper.
I mean, I'm down.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Dave Wheeler. He's the man to do it.
Oh, the original turtle.
That's good stuff too. That's good stuff. That's an episode I'd watch.
Right.
So like, I wanted to pull out a couple things that I thought would be interesting to show off from the collection that I think are a little different, and maybe I don't know how much like you've talked about this kind of stuff, but like, so for the first thing that I wanted to show off is like, it's one of my favorite items that I have.
Oh, hell yeah. That is a fantastic book.
They make a lot of these history books for movies or series or whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing that I got to show off about this
damn.
is, I don't know, I thought people would like to see this stuff.
I'm gonna magnify. Whoop.
Yeah,
so, yeah, I can go down the list in a minute, but I'll just show this off for now. And then I go to the next page.
Dang,
wow, this is not just turtles. Like, that's Leatherhead. That's wow. That's very cool, man. What's the story on this? How did you get this done?
I will share in a moment.
There's more.
Yeah, the front and back pages.
The whole book is done. Yeah.
There's Andy.
And then the last of the pages. This is like a yearbook.
That's very cool.
So I'm a big autograph collector. I love, like, I go to...
Emilio says the Turtles Forever piece he drew is in there.
Incredible. I love that.
We need to get Emilio's signature on that thing.
Yes, like for real. I would totally. So like,
Emilio, slide into Billy's DMs.
let me. So I keep a list of this stuff because, like I said, I'm an autograph collector. I like to, it's just, and this is like a fun, unique thing that
that's actually very smart that you have a separate list of who's at, because you can't always read an autograph.
Well, I can, but it's easier for me to keep track. Okay. So let's see. All right. So one of the things that I like to do when I'm collecting autographs is find something that's universal. So this is just Ninja Turtles. It's not the 87. It's not, the Michael Bay movies. Like, it encompasses it all. So I have a total of 24 autographs in this thing. So I'll go down the list real quick. I have Sean Astin, who is Raph in the 2012 series. Stephen Amell, who's Casey Jones in Out of the Shadows. Brian T., who is Shredder in Out of the Shadows. Stan Sakai, the creator of Usagi. Greg Sipes, who is Mikey in the 2012 series. Leif Tilden, he is the suit actor for Donatello in the 1990 movie series. Seamus, who's Rocksteady in Out of the Shadows. Keith Silverstein is Kirby O'Neill, April's dad in the 2012 series. Jeffrey Combs, Rat King 2012. Kirby Marrow. Now, he is Mikey in The Next Mutation, and I don't know crap about anime, but I think he was like the main voice in Dragon Ball Z or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Veronica Taylor, she's April in the 2003 series. Dave, you'll probably appreciate this one. Freddie Williams II.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
He is the Ninja Turtles Batman crossover artist. Kevin Eastman, the creator. Laurel Chartland, he is the suit actor for Mikey in Next Mutation. Here's a fun one. John Heater. Yes, Kirby did pass away.
Yeah.
Kirby Marrow. John Heater, whatever. He is Napoleon Bonafrog or Napoleon Dynamite in the 2012 series. Rob Paulson, who's Raph in the 87 and Donnie in the 2012. Bill Moseley, people would know him as being like Otis in Devil's Rejects. Yeah. He's just this chainsaw clerk in the Dream Beavers episode.
Oh, so good.
Jim Cummings, he's the voice of Winnie the Pooh, but he's also Leatherhead.
Veronica Taylor is the original voice of Ash from Pokemon.
Yes. Not too many left. Daniel Pazzina, he is a foot soldier in Secret of the Ooze. He was also on the Mortal Kombat arcade.
I knew that. Yes, I know him. He's a Chicago guy.
Yep.
He does all the stuff around here. I'm like, I know that.
David Tennant, most would know him as one of the Doctor guys. He's Fugitoid in 2012 series. Andy Kuhn does a lot of current, Ninja Turtles art in comics. Judith Hogue, original movie April. Neo Edmond is a foot soldier in Next Mutation and was a putty in the original Power Rangers. And then Kevin Nash is Super Shredder.
Hell yeah.
Did you get that done in Oshkosh?
Sure did.
Hell yeah.
Yep, took this book. And that's
all right,
that's
so we need Sam Rockwell.
I would love that.
We need Corey Feldman.
Yes.
I think I found the winner for scale wise with the Turtles.
Oh yeah, that's a great mashup.
That works, yeah.
Yep, from the Batman series.
These are
the Andy Kuhn design.
Yep.
So for that book, do you have like do you have anything on the docket like coming up that you're going to get added to the book, or nothing's booked right now?
No, nothing. No.
Do you have like a top 3 guys that you're looking to get?
Sam Rockwell would be awesome.
Right.
Yeah, Corey Feldman would be up there.
I was so bummed out. He came and did a Crypticon up here in Minnesota.
I go to Crypticon in Kansas City, yeah.
And like he was super specific on what he'd sign and everything, and like he was there and gone like so quickly when he was doing signings, and then like at the end he had something going on, and so he was like, yeah, he's gonna give out these extra autographs. So I'm like, oh, that's really cool, I'd love one. And like the guy just said no and then walked away. I was like, what? Like, okay,
Very
weird. Okay.
Very strange guy. But yeah, from the original cartoon series, as far as the Turtles, I only have Rob Paulson. I'd love to meet, Barry Gordon, Cam Clark, Townsend Coleman. I'd like to meet Jason Biggs, from American Pie, because he was the first Leo into 2012 before Seth Green took over, and I loved his Leo.
Dude, yeah, hell yeah.
Johnny Knoxville played Leo in the Michael Bay, the first one. So, Elias Koteas as Casey Jones. I'd love to get a lot of those.
Randy Fox.
From NECA?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't think I would get him. I appreciate and I'm a fan of him, but I don't know that I would get him in the book.
Not in the book. No, I wouldn't do it in the book.
Yeah. No,
he hasn't,
no.
I mean, no. But I mean, get his autograph on something.
And Peter Laird.
Oh
yeah, of course, sure.
And he does signings, but the trick is a lot of the time you got to send stuff in, and that'd be
right. And he doesn't even do that as much.
Yeah,
just because he's older, and I don't know if his health is like
great,
amazing. But yeah, real quick,
awesome.
a couple of the other things I'd like to
hell yeah, Mike,
open up for discussion if you guys are still cool with all that.
Yeah, dude, we got time to learn.
You have a great intro. Where does that come from? Where does the music come from?
That is originally.
My answer is Dave Wheeler.
Yeah,
I don't know where it comes from. It just showed up one day.
It was something that I had on my computer. I've actually been trying to source the MC who mixed it, but it is originally from the Turtles Sega Genesis game.
Okay.
Hyperstone Heist.
Yeah, Hyperstone Heist, and then it's been remixed with sound cues and went shit.
There it is.
This is Hyperstone Heist on vinyl.
Very cool.
Wow.
Hold on. That's sick. Was that a Mondo release?
It's so it's a bootleg.
I was gonna say it's got the Japanese.
Now I am not a believer in and I'm not judging anyone who does or whatever, but like I'm not like a piracy type of person or bootleg type of person. But the problem with this kind of stuff is like this is like 98% never gonna be released.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot of bootleg record
definitely.
In the companies out there. And I'm a big vinyl collector, so got this one. It's a lot of fun, really good. They usually come with some cool stuff along with it as well.
Usually there's an insert or two.
Yeah, so
actually, Peter Laird has a fear of flying and doesn't like to travel. He's an interesting character.
So like this is
hold up.
Some of the art.
Very cool. Yeah, I couldn't think of the name of that game to save my life. I was like, shit.
It's the same as the Super Nintendo game. It's the levels are out of order, but it's the same.
Oh,
I think there's one extra level.
Oh, that's
what's the plain?
I don't know. It's in Japanese.
Okay, maybe it's just a Japanese release.
Probably.
Translate.
And then this is the. Never mind. It's just a plain black record.
Collect with Chris. There are NECA bootleg comic turtles for sure. I have.
Oh yeah,
2 sets of them.
They're actually really good.
Yeah, they're actually.
Like if we're talking the original release ones, right?
I have the colored bandana ones, and then I got an all red version to be the.
Right. I have the red version. That's right.
Yeah, I have the bootlegs of the reds to be the Nintendo version of the Turtles and with my game Turtles.
That's awesome. I need to find a bootleg version of that black and white napkin turtle.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Turtles in Time.
Wow. Oh, look at that. That cover was great. Show me the front again.
Oh, yeah.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah, that is gorgeous. Yes.
Not sure if it has. I forget what has what.
Also, I think it was Emilio who was asking. I could not get the unmasked head onto a Marvel Legends body. The peg is slightly different.
Wow, that kind of surprises me.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna try and put it on the Peter Parker one because I'm like, oh, that's close. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And it's the way it's showing up is darker green than it really is. It's more of a like a lighter. Yep.
I'm very cool stuff, man.
Thank you.
I'm very excited. Tomorrow is the first swap in a while that I'm gonna go to and actually do a little rummaging.
Oh, nice.
That'll be fun. There you go, getting back out there.
It's got me itchy, man.
What?
More vinyl.
This is the film.
Yeah, buddy.
Autographed by Kevin. Really, like, this is. I'll show this one off even more, just because it's so worth looking at if you've never seen it. Like, so imagine, Kevin Eastman. He creates this thing, helps create it, obviously.
Yeah.
And then, like, all these years later, like, you get to see his interpretation of other people's Turtles work. Yeah. So this is him doing the film look, so like you get in here and this is where it's amazing. Like
Chevy Nova.
Right. Like right here, right around there. Like that's Tatsu. And like, so seeing him draw that and like his version of April in this series and Casey and like a lot of it still ends up being his.
What is that? A book? What is that?
No, it's another record.
It's a soundtrack. Okay,
I love that drawing on the back.
Right,
that whole thing is awesome.
And my Secret of the Ooze is in the mail, but hey, Mitch Falcon, I would say maybe put up a link or something, or you guys can look it up. But like seeing his interpretations of Toka and Razor for Secret of the Ooze, that record is available. I just don't have my copy yet.
That's sick, man. That's so cool.
And then this is a 45 that has from the concert.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Pizza Power.
And then this is just a fan. My gosh. This was like a remake of the.
Oh yeah, that released on
Turtles in
iTunes,
Time. Yep. And then like I have one last set of things to show off.
Do it.
And
Don't worry about it, Mitch.
No, it's cool. But like this is ultimately I'd say it's got to be my most prized possession of Turtles stuff, of Turtles memorabilia.
Ooh.
So it is the original art drawn specifically for me from Kevin Eastman.
Dope.
Did you do that while you were standing there?
No. So I'll get into the story here in a moment, but like
I can read. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
So this is very cool.
I knew I was going to be meeting Kevin Eastman, and I knew that I wanted to be getting a Ninja Turtles tattoo. And at some point, I was just like, that like as you can see on
Moose was hoping we were getting here.
On this, he always draws a turtle's head when he's signing. So I was like, I'm going to meet him and I'm going to see if he will just like draw 4 turtle heads with slightly different expressions on my arm.
Well done, Mitch.
And thank you. And I was like, he has an email listed on his site. Maybe I'll just shoot him a message and see if that's something that he would like be up for. And he's like, my lines get quite crazy. instead of doing that, how about I just draw something up specifically for you? And I'm like, what?
So he just responded straight up to your email?
It was his wife, but yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
okay. Yeah, so you're like, of course, yes, sir. Well,
yeah, and he's like, "What are you thinking?" So like, I took a picture of my arm, and like, I'm no artist or anything, but like, I just went in like my phone's paint settings, and I drew like 4 green heads, and I put like an orange band, a blue band, a purple, and a red.
sure.
And I just like put it going down my arm. I was thinking just something like this. He's like, all right, I'll put something together. And this is what he put together.
That's
wow.
dope.
And it's hard to show off, but that's
Right there.
what I have.
That's
I don't know how to
That
bend
is-
my arm to see it properly, but
It's so that you can see it.
there we go.
There you go. That's sick.
And then a couple years later, he's back. I'm like, well, I have the backside of an arm, so maybe I can do something again. Send him an email. I'm just like, hey, would you be willing to do this one more time? And he's like, yeah. What characters were you thinking? And I was like, you know what?
Jeez.
Like, I want you to have fun with this. Like, you pick whatever 4 characters you want in Turtles lore. And he's like, I'm pretty busy. I don't want to put a whole lot of thought into it. You
That
just
makes
make the
sense.
pick. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So then I had this hard task of just figuring out, like, what did I want? Do I want like my other favorite characters? Like, do I get Casey Jones? Do I get like all good guys then? Like, do I get Casey and April and Splinter? And I was like, I don't know if that's really what I want. Like, I love Rat King. Do I get him? Is he going to be that recognizable just like as a face with some, I was like, you know what? 4 iconic bad guys.
Oh, hold up.
Yeah, blow this picture up again.
There we go. Oh shit! Shredder, Bebop, Rocksteady, and Krang. Or
Yeah.
Utman.
Same style. Yeah, that's you picked
Yep.
the 4 right ones. Yeah.
So I was
absolutely.
like, you know what? I'm going to make it even easy on myself. 4 main good guys, 4 main bad guys.
So how
I
did
know-
you get the drawings from him? Was he drawing it on paper and he mailed it to you?
No, so he drew them on his free time, and then by the way, that's there.
Oh hell yeah.
He drew them on his free time, and then brought him to the convention, and then I met him at the convention, and then I paid him and whatever. So and then
what was his reaction after he saw the first one?
oh, he loved it. Yeah, and like
Dude, that's awesome.
I ran into him like on the way to the bathroom at the first time I met with him. I was like, hey, like I'm the guy that got the tattoo art from you, that I need to pick up later. And he's like, he just like stopped and started having this conversation with me. And he's just like, I just love tattoo art. And like, I've drawn the heads on people and like, they've gotten it tattooed or whatever, but like, I've never had the opportunity to draw straight up tattoo art. So
Wow.
I wanted to do something like really specific,
You broke his mind.
right.
Dude, that's awesome.
And so that's why like, there's like a lot of the tribal stuff,
Yeah.
surrounding
That's
it
cool.
and kind of in a totem type scenario. And, so yeah,
That's badass.
Very
man.
cool.
one of a kind art just for me. And like, this one, I went ahead and I had his signature added,
Nice.
cause like he put it on this one and I was like, I don't really know if I want his autograph tattooed. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to do it with this one. And it kind of like blends into the tattoo. And
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
so anyway, that's some of my,
Dude, that's very, very cool.
maybe unique turtle stuff that maybe doesn't get talked about as much, the vinyl, the autographs, and then the tattoos.
Hell yeah.
Mitch with a great call. He said, basically, he said you should have chose the 4 frogs.
Oh, God.
Trust me, a lot of thoughts went in my head of what I should do. And like, I wanted yes, like the tattoos are for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, that's fun. The tattoos are for me and ultimately like what I want, but at the same time, like I do want them to be recognizable,
Sure, for
So that
everybody.
was
Yeah, you don't want to get like
right.
a neutrino or I'm with you.
Yeah.
And like I said, like people know who Rat King is, but like it's just a couple strips of toilet paper over his face.
Yeah.
Like
With the mummy.
even for me, like how much is that really gonna represent? Like just his head area as
That's a good
being
point.
Rat King.
For sure.
Maybe he could have put a little rat by him or something, but it's like, and I didn't want just another set of good guys. So
I think that's perfect. I think you made the right choice.
Hell yeah, man. No, that looks so incredibly cool. For the longest time, I had it planned out that I was going to get the Michelangelo from the original packaging where he's up like this with the nunchucks.
Yeah, and his like feet are kind of like
I was going to get that as the entirety of my shoulder. And I was just like, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. I don't have money to do this. So, like, I have many aspirations for ink, but alas, have not gotten to get.
I'm gonna get a red bandana just straight across my eyes.
Raccoon masks it. Dude, I mean, I wouldn't say no.
Let's do it live on stream.
What are you doing? No, dude, that was so cool. Thank you so much for sharing and everying.
No, thanks for letting me share.
Hell yeah, that's what this is about. And actually, Emilio, I saw you drop me a DM. I will get back to you. We'll definitely get him on the show coming up. I've reached out to a couple other folks too, and sooner than later, we're gonna have to do a full-fledged MWO invasion of this show. I'm just throwing it out there. We've had Handsome Husbar, we've had Billy Walter Peck. Hey, Jake Bowski, what the hell, man?
Yeah, whether you're into turtles or not, bring it.
Just saying. Throwing some heat, Mr. Runner-Up. That's right. Ooh. Love you, buddy. Gotta talk about that Giant Gonzalez sometime.
Oh, hey, there you go. If you get your tattoo live on stream, Moose will donate the first $5.
There we go. Oh, that was my concern. My concern was the money, right?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, damn. Mitch Falcon completely covering up Billy. But there is the there. Hold on. There we go. Billy, go higher. Go higher. There we go. That's him. Click all the
links. Am I doing this right?
Yes. With
I'm trying to read it.
Turtles and your Ninja Rangers. But like, follow, subscribe to everybody. We got Mark Bitters over there, aka Dan, his real name.
Dan.
But yeah, who the hell is Dan? But Dan, plug away, my friend, and then Billy, we will go to you one more time. I'll round it out, and we'll call it a night.
Sure. Earlier, you guys heard me complain about wrestling a little bit. I do that a lot more on the Bittermarks podcast. We release a weekly podcast every Friday morning at bittermarks.com. You can hit us up on Twitter and Instagram at Bittermarks. And then I've got I think I've talked about it last month, my Flips and Bumps podcast. That's the podcast that I talk about my adventures as I go off to garage sales and find Ninja Turtle action figures and what I do with them and how I either build my collection or flip them for money to use to build my collection. So that's at flipsandbumps.com or Flips and Bumps on Twitter and Instagram.
It's real good. I've listened to, I think, 2 episodes now.
Oh, thank you. Jeez.
Yeah, I just got into it finally, so that's been some good
if time. You're down for like it's always random because it's always what you're going to find at a garage sale every week is different. So every episode is very different than the last one. But that makes it fun.
I'll see you, Mike. Billy, where can they find you? It's right there.
Oh, sorry. I got no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you can find me. Yes, if you want to go right there on the screen, twitter.com/zombillyhorror. You can find pretty much everything that I'm involved with. The Major World Order podcast, my horror punk band Graveyard Smash, which if that's something that you're into, the music is all available on Amazon, iTunes, and Spotify and all that stuff. Graveyard Smash. Yeah, I love horror movies. I love Ninja Turtles. I love wrestling. I love pop culture. And thank you all for, sharing, letting me share this time with you. and being able to hang out and just chat about Ninja Turtles.
I feel really bad covering up your entire face. Well, there you go.
It's so much.
But I legit thought you were going to say, I have a weekly podcast I release weekly. And
Every
apparently-
Thursday.
Oh, that dirt, that tea getting spilled here. Apparently, you love tater tots.
I don't love tater tots.
Oh.
I will. Hey, here's the thing.
Here we go.
Oh shit! Shoot interview on tater tots. Let's do this, folks.
No, nothing about tater tots. Just that I usually don't spill the beans about this kind of thing because it hasn't officially happened yet.
Ooh, an exclusive.
But it's so close to happening. If anyone, this might be a thing that just goes over people's heads and they have no idea what I'm talking about, or it might be that thing that makes you go like, holy crap, like I didn't think about this in years. But because my friend Moose is in here and he's, goofing on me and whatever. Like I said, he runs a podcast. I run a podcast. We are good friends. We are starting a new podcast.
Oh,
It's a very interesting one, I think. But if anyone remembers Zoobly Zoo.
Hell yeah. Dude, that pink whatever the animal was my first
Kangaroo.
crush. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we are friends with Michael B. Moynihan, who is Lookout Bear. One of the characters from Zoobly Zoo, obviously. And,
you have my full attention. This is
he's also here's where I'll tie it together. We all know each other because of wrestling. I'm on a Ninja Turtles podcast, a live stream, I suppose. He and Barry Gordon, voice of Donatello in the original Ninja Turtles cartoon, were both in Body Slam.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah.
So there's your three-way connection. So anyway, pay attention to my Twitter account. It will be getting posted there. It will be, again, with one of the stars of Zoobly Zoo going over episode by episode.
Damn.
Wow.
With a behind-the-scenes look. And he has all of his production notes and scripts. And I think...
Spilling the Zoobly Zoo tea all over the internet.
Yeah,
that's going to be good stuff.
Zoobly Zoo, true Hollywood story.
Kind of, yeah.
That's amazing.
But yeah, it would be pretty interesting, I think. Very niche or niche, whatever.
You got one subscriber, at least two subscribers here with.
There you go. Like I said, follow me on
That's
Twitter. Like me on Facebook.
Oh shit!
Living the gimmick, that boy.
So it might. So Mitch just put up the ZooblyZoo.com. It might get put there. I'm not exactly sure who exactly runs that. It might be the nice woman that was at the Kangaroo.
My girl. Oh my. All right.
Yeah.
My wife hear this.
There is a Zoobly Zoo Facebook group, fan group. So maybe look for that, and we'll post it in there and stuff too. So
Hell yeah.
that would be.
Oh, Stevie runs it.
There you go. Stevie is the Kangaroo.
All right.
So anyway, I know I
Dude.
promoted a lot more than I planned, but
Dude, it's all good. That's what it's all about, man.
I thought it might, people around here are into mutants.
We like to shake.
I'm blown. Mutants.
And anthropomorphic,
My mind is blown.
creatures.
This is fantastic.
So,
Hey man,
if
take it and run.
if something changes and it doesn't happen, sorry. But we record the first episode Monday, and I'm not sure. Let me check, make sure that it's the right one. Real Zoobly.
Did you know about this, Dave?
No.
You know what Zoobly Zoo is, though, right?
Yes. I know what Zoobly Zoo is, but that's why I was just like, what? Like. Through a loop,
I have so many more questions. We definitely shouldn't have brought this up at the end.
Sorry.
Damn.
Who came up
right.
with this idea?
It was a combination of me and my buddy Moose. So the Facebook group is like it's facebook.com/groups/Zubaroos. Look up Zoobly Zoo Hallmark TV series starring Ben Vereen.
There you go.
That would be like the other one. I think is another fan page. So anyway, the 30. What's my math? 35-year anniversary is September 15th. So that's what we're doing it for.
Godspeed.
I love that, man.
So
that's awesome.
Anyway,
but we are out of time. As always, I'm Dave Wonder /Dave Wheeler /Diamond Dave. Subscribe, all that fun stuff. Find me at all of these. You can find me on Monday over at Monday Foosh Live over on the Foosh channels. On Tuesdays, you can find me right here for Tiny Meng Tuesdays live customizing in action, chop and shop and talk and shop all day long. And then on Wednesdays, it is Toys with the Boys, me, Robo, and Cincy Nerd, gripping and ripping cardboard all day long. So swing by, check that out. Both Tuesdays and Wednesdays are 8 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, much like tonight on Turtle Talk, which, by the by, I got to thank our very special guest, Billy Walter Peck of the Major World Order. I got to thank the ever awesome Dan. Who the hell is Dan, a.k.a. Mark Bitters?
I'm too distracted looking at ZooblyZoo.com.
What a weird fucking note to go.
I know. I'm sorry. It struck.
It's all good. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for swinging by. Like I said, follow, and subscribe to all these gentlemen here. Emilio, we'll be in touch. And yeah, thanks, everybody. Turtle Power, Cowabunga. Good night, everybody. Good call, Mitch. Everybody on the Gulf Coast, stay safe. Everybody in any of the storms, stay safe. And yeah, we'll catch you real soon.
Love you.
Minnesota. Bye.